With the 11th pick in the 1991 NBA Draft, the Cleveland Cavaliers select Terrell Brandon from the University of Oregon.
We finna make some more snaps, make some more money, double up, then we bringing it back. Then we gon' get some more racks, flip a couple more packs, and we gon' add it to the stash. Get your money, get your money, get your money straight. Get your money 24/7 like every day. I wasn't the type that was out here waiting on a big break. I was hungry, so I ate. It was simple as that. You gotta get up, get out, and get at it. I was a fiend for the money. For the money, I was an ad dad. I get up and chase dollars with no practice. You don't like your life because you're so...
What's up, everybody? Life After Basketball with Terrell Brandon. Do me a favor, subscribe, share, and like. Give us a notification. Leave the comments as well. Check out the Cash App. We've been appreciating everybody checking us out and giving us some cash, and hopefully you will continue to do that. I'm sorry I'm talking real fast because I'm going to be on ESPN radio primetime today. And so I'm going to be here with David Dennis Jr. You'll see him on Around the Horn, ESPN, First Take. And they've been calling me, Gabe Nitzel. So I got to be on. So I want y'all to Josiah as well. You've been seeing him, who's been breaking down and giving you all the latest on the trades even before it happens. So shout out to all of you. So just give me a second and I'm going to check it out and let y'all even get a little sneak preview of what God's been doing with me, because I continue to do interviews and sign autographs. And so I want to give you a sneak peek. We'll be right back.
Has to happen for the Bucks in order to make this a series after getting blown out in Game 1.
Well, thanks for having me always. I think anytime that you're an underdog, you come in with a chip on your shoulder. And Indiana, you have to be honest, they're not scared of Milwaukee Bucks right now. With Damian Lillard not playing right now, they just took full advantage of them. Milwaukee's a veteran team though, and so that is my former team, and I enjoy playing there. Just not being biased, but I think that Giannis is gonna he's gonna definitely make some adjustments. Hopefully Doc will make some adjustments as well, and we just see what happens in Game 2. But definitely shout out to Indiana Pacers. That team played hard.
Yeah, I mean, what can you sort of expect? Like, what is the sort of thought process here when you are a team and you are waiting for one of your best players to come back in a playoff series, and see what they're going to perform? Like, how do you sort of get ready for that and sort of also make sure that you're just not waiting for them to come save the day?
From a great question. From an emotional perspective, you have your ear to the grind because you're trying to figure out, is he coming back or not coming back? So your emotions are really going back and forth. It's really going up and down. And you know that you need a great player and a Hall of Fame player in Damian Lillard, but you're also thinking about him personally. Having a blood clot, that is no joke. And that's something that you can ask a lot of players like, Grant Hill who went through it, or Alonzo Mourning who went through it, or some things that Brian Grant been through. You really have to, monitor that well. So I think from a player's perspective and a teammate's perspective, it is definitely difficult. But that's why we call us pros. You got to be a professional and go out there and play, because the fans don't care about that part.
Terrell Brandon, two-time NBA All-Star, joining us here on Primetime, ESPN Radio and the ESPN app. I'm Gabe Nitzel along with David Dennis Jr. How impressed were you with the Denver Nuggets as they were able to keep their cool and come back from 15 down to win in overtime against the Clippers today?
Yeah, I was looking at that game, and I think that maybe the 8th time that's happened in 15 plus, something like that. Russell Westbrook, I mean, as well as Giannis and Murray hit some great shots, some real timely shots. But, maybe this is the bias in me, but it's just the truth. Pac-10 point guards, Pac-12 point guards, Pac-8 point guards, we have a different mentality. And this young man he plays with so much energy. He's added to what the Denver Nuggets have been doing, and with having a coach, an interim coach as well, and to get out to a good 1-0 start, you have to give it up to him. But give a shout to Coach Tyronn Lue too. I mean, you don't hear a peep out of this young man all year long. He just coached his butt off, and put the ball in the hands of James Harden and put it in overtime, and they had a chance. That's going to be a great series. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, speaking of Tyronn Lue, like how do you recover from a game like that? You were up 15, you just did not execute down the stretch, too many turnovers. What's the mindset going into a game two on the road, having to find a way to get home court advantage?
Man, your mindset is, man, you go out and you have some dinner and you chill out and you say to yourself, hey, y'all, we didn't get blown out on the road. This is an overtime game, and technically they're supposed to win on paper. So now the way we regroup is we don't have to make any major adjustments. All we have to do really is make one or two plays, and that's what the playoffs is about, particularly when you're playing on the road. You have to try to get that home crowd out the way. Let James Harden and Kawhi Leonard lead you, and everybody else follow.
Terrell Brandon, two-time NBA All-Star, former member of the Cavs, T-Wolves, and Bucks, joining us here on Primetime, ESPN Radio, and the ESPN app. I'm Gabe Neitzel, along with David Dennis Jr. When you're a young player, like Cade Cunningham is, going into your first postseason, what are the emotions like that you have to manage?
It's like, you remember when we was kids, and the first day of school, you put your shoes and your socks and your underwear and your shirt and your jacket. You put everything together and you say, ooh, tomorrow I'm going to kill him. That's exactly what game one is like for a young player. You end up playing the game in your head in your hotel room. And then once you get to the game, you realize that the game has not started. And it's anxiety because it's the first time. He has a real mature attitude in game. It's not real flashy, so I think that's what's really going to help him in the long run. Shout out to him. He's had a great year. He's under a great coach and Coach Biggerstaff. So it's just getting your feet wet. You have to understand one before you understand two. And so game two, he's going to learn from game one and kind of keep it moving after that.
You said something earlier that I got to come back to. You said after a tough game, you go and have yourself a good meal. What's your go-to at a tough game, got to pull it together, meal or tradition you have to kind of wipe that from your mind?
For me, I'm a basketball nerd, so I'm pretty much in the hotel with fettuccine and broccoli and asparagus and a gallon of water, man. I'm Caesar salad, man. I didn't get up too much, man. I'm a 91 kid coming out of the University of Oregon. I would sit up and watch VHS tapes 2 or 3 in the morning and driving room service crazy trying to figure everything out. So I was a little bit different, man.
Terrell Brandon, two-time NBA All-Star, joining us here on Primetime, ESPN Radio, ESPN app, along with David Dennis Jr. I'm Gabe Neitzel. One of your other former teams in action coming up in just a little bit. It'll be right here on ESPN Radio. T-Wolves and Lakers. How impressed have you been with the Timberwolves and the way they've been able to play, getting some momentum coming into this postseason?
Yeah, it's an adjustment. Anytime I've been part of trades myself, so it just don't happen just because you're a professional. You have to get used to different guys, and with Randall coming in and out this year with the injuries and Ant-Man, I mean, Anthony Edwards, this young man, how can you not love him? This is his time, and so and I also feel that the role players have to play their role. And that's what it's about, because you're going against two Hall of Famers in LeBron and Luka. They have their hands full. So it's going to be a great series. I'm looking forward to my Timberwolves definitely getting the Lakers. And so, we're going to see what happens. I hope you guys give me a call, and maybe after game 2 or 3, we'll see what it look like.
So you got the Wolves winning. What's going to be the difference? How are the Wolves going to pull this out? Because as Ant said, not a lot of people are believing in them in this series.
Rudy. All he needs to do is continue to do what he's doing. Be on the defensive end. Don't get in foul trouble. Don't get too emotionally involved to the point in which you're allowing the referees or different players to distract you. 19 and 15 is great numbers. Defend, rebound, run the court, catch the ball in traffic, And then when they foul you, go to the free throw line with confidence. He's not going to make all of them, but 7 out of 10, that would be beautiful.
So you would not be concerned at all with some of the things that happened to him when he was switched on to Luka last year when Luka was with the Mavericks and they were going up against the T-Wolves. Not concerned about Luka trying to hunt down that matchup in terms of switches again this year.
No, I'll remember that. I'll remember that. I'll remember that. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. And that can be heck of psychological when somebody hit a big shot and put it in your face and tell you about it, particularly on your home court. But hopefully he knows that when Luka does that, don't back up. You'd rather him in the clutch situations to get the 2 more than the 3. And so it's just going to be interesting. Hopefully he's learned from that, and all the Timberwolves have learned from that. And, you know, it's always growing pains when you're young, you know, but after a while, you're going to get older. And so no excuses. The Timberwolves are a good team. Let's go.
Well, you know, speaking of that, the favorite in the West is OKC. Are they also your favorite to come out of the West?
You got me there, because I have so much respect for OKC because they lead the league in every stat category that you can name, right, on both ends of the court. And they have, of course, the MVP in Shea. But it's that but. You know what I'm saying? They have to just show us. They have to prove it to us in the playoffs. And until they do that, I think it's fair to have reservations on OKC. I think we're all rooting for them because they're not just young, but they're gifted, they're mature, their interviews are mature, their mannerism is extremely mature, their coaching and their GM are mature. You don't hear a word out of them. So you're rooting for them, but you know how it is. You got to show us.
Terrell, we certainly appreciate the time. You enjoy the hoops the rest of the weekend, man.
I sure will, man. I hope everybody check out my podcast, Life After Basketball with Terrell Brandon, man. Always appreciate it, guys.
All right, Terrell Brandon, 2-time NBA All-Star. Check out his podcast as well.
Man, thanks again. Always appreciate you giving us some time, brother.
Always, man. You know what I'm saying? Just give me a call.
You know, I'm going to shoot you a text before these playoffs end. You know that.
Absolutely, bro. I'll be waiting on you.
All right, brother.
Okay.
Have a good one. We'll talk soon, okay?
Okay, sound good.
I wake up, have my hit, make sure that 9 with me. Paranoid, I can't sleep, I think they watching me. Suckers said they had to drop on me. I'm hearing voices in my head, I think they squatting on me. Can't leave the house without the 40 on the chop on me. I'm in my drawer watching TV, I'm channel 223. My little brother tryna dunk, we don't shoot from deep. I'm trying to buy another buddy, cause they way too cheap. Billy say she needs some of this game, gotta pay that fee. Blue 100s, red 50s, that's all I need. Glock 9s, 40 XDs, can't go to war without these. So many op niggas dead, man, rest in peace. My other brother kept a G, so he good till he free. I sell it before I tell it, this game ain't cheap. I need at least 10K before I bang your cheeks. 6855, nigga, bang your street. And I treat a nigga like a fan. If I ain't never seen you in the field, I need at least a band. Bitch, that's for the feature. I'm still shitting on these fuck niggas got diarrhea. Broke bitch approaching me, I ain't even see her. Bitch, I'm about a bag and that's it, let's make it clear. It's 2000, nigga, this my year. Put a college bitch on the blade, make her face her fear. I don't even drink peach soda, I just mix it with sear. When I'm in the club, play my song, let them know that we here, nigga. Yeah. We want to get back tit for tat, that's how we play it. It's a lot of niggas dead behind what they said. I break a bitch, break her back, and break her bed. I never stop, run it up till I break my leg. Ain't too many niggas outside, they at home scared. Any nigga dissing on the gang could drop dead. Any nigga speaking on my name could talk to the dead. Talk to the dirt, take a ride in that hearse.
X to the you know me. Steady. Bosco, come on. Tell these chickens how we do it, man.
We be smoking on that greenery and sipping on that hand. 3 chicks in my sports car, nigga, all of them. Step up in the club and grab a table for my friends. I know it might sound crazy, but that's how my life has been.
Another nugget like exhibit just can't be found. To all my women, I be swimming in, hold me down. Steady, never back down, only hold my crown. Check the resume, we just cocking the spray. Y'all just sloppy and get